Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Scorpio reading. The new moon in Scorpio is on November the 13th, and it is forming a number of aspects which we'll look at today. I've laid out the African Tarot. I'll clarify with the Crow deck and finish off with a couple of oracle cards. If you enjoy this reading, please like it. Please share it to someone who you think will find it useful or entertaining. Please comment. I enjoy reading your comments and I really love your appreciations. Any feedback is welcome. And finally, subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is helpful to me. It means something. And I enjoy continuing this work, this time with you. Thank you for your time being here. So let's get started, Aries, with your overall energy for the new moon in Scorpio is the Devil card. This is a time overall when we are compelled to speak our piece, to gather the courage to look deeply into our relationships and the things that need to be said or adjusted. We're not satisfied with the superficial. We understand that things can be improved, that we can be articulating, showing up for ourselves and others more, and you feel a great sense of pressure to speak to your willingness and ability to stand up for yourself and your ideas, to establish your own desires, goals, and expectations for yourself, and to invest in communicating that with your loved ones. So this is a beautiful card of commitment to doing the work that is required, the hard work, the discipline, the growth, the consistency in whatever area of your life that you know needs the effort. And you're committed to that. You may be seeing seeing the expectation in others for your behavior or performance, and you are standing clearly and firmly around prioritizing and centralizing your own desire to be successful and victorious on your own terms. In the 10th house, this is our social identity, the way others see you, the Four of Pentacles. You may be holding on to some patterns, some even habits or routines, relationships that are not serving you. However, you may be doing this because you perceive an advantage in doing so. So you are in a place of deliberately establishing a foundation that you believe is going to grow your success. Cautiously, deliberately, step by step. You're in no hurries here. You're careful with every opportunity that's before you, and you're really thorough about utilizing the resources that you already have rather than seeking more. If anything, you are eliminating those personal habits and relationships that you understand are not serving you. And you're very firm about the necessity to do so. But you're speaking out about that. You're making it clear. You're open to others about what it is that you feel you must do to be successful. In the first house, the Five of Swords. You are perhaps very sensitive to a lot of negative energy, a lot of negative feedback or criticism that you are feeling reflects on your sense of inadequacy. For example, you may not feel that you have everything you need to move forward with some ideas you have for particular goals. But you are also aware that the feedback that you may be receiving is not consciously intended to help you. And this may be why, in many ways, you're very adamant about speaking your piece and being very clear about your expectations for yourself. This is important because others may be giving you subtle, undermining your ideas or your sense of resources in order to approach a goal or to work with others towards a goal that you've established. And you are sensitive to these ideas, but you're also strong in that any self-doubt on your part is only giving way to the criticism and feedback that is intended to be negative, intended to block you. So you're very kind of aware of this. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your history, the Two of Pentacles is really about your deep consideration about the way that you're moving forward with a new approach, a new lifestyle towards a new accomplishment or achievement, how that is affecting you, how it has affected you in the past. Perhaps you've limited yourself in the past by giving in to the negative feedback of others, and how asserting yourself, stating what you know to be important for your own growth is shifting your material experience. That is, your relationships, where you live, where you work, how you work. And the impact on that is something that you are working very diligently with in order to mine the lessons of your past, moving forward in planning the future. In the seventh house, we have the Emperor. And this is the house of your significant relationships. And this is important, Aries, because you are, the new moon is really focusing on how you're utilizing resources that you share with others. The emperors make it very clear to you what you do have control of and what you don't. And actually reinforced by the Devil card, this is making it clear that you understand that you can control your own resources and your own responses to the invitations or offers of others. And you are doing just that in really cleaning out your experience of the past, recognizing where you may have been motivated by the desire to please others or to provide for others in a way that is not exclusively in your control to do. That can reflect on why things in the past have been failed or not successful in your estimation, or more importantly, not gotten you what you needed, even if you were able to provide for others. So you're really owning your own life, your own decisions as being the best ones to move your successes forward. I'm going to clarify the Five of Swords here with the Star card in the second house and the Three of Wands in the third house. You are incredibly hopeful about this new move forward. You're feeling a sense of kind of, as I've said, a kind of cleaning out, a kind of coming to terms, being clear, saying what needs to be said in your effort to release those things that don't work for you. And that definitely means being honest with yourself. However, this new vision, this new challenge you're approaching, perhaps building your own business, creating a new project, a new department, articulating some new way that you can collaborate with others as opposed to perhaps a more conventional way of hanging on to a structure that you are now understanding doesn't necessarily serve you. So you're hopeful about experimenting, trying something new that reflects your interests, your contacts, the information and research that you've sought out in building this new thing that you want to explore unfamiliar territory with. This new business, this new idea, this new collaboration is something that you are recognizing puts you on track for your destiny, for your mission, the service and contribution you want to bring into the world, allowing you to be inspired by those you work with and creative, imaginative in ways that have not been as useful or familiar to you in the way that you've worked in the past. In the Two of Pentacles in the fourth house is clarified by the Five of Pentacles in the fifth house and the Two of Cups in the sixth house. So you are absolutely working through a lot of stories that you've told yourself, been told about not having quite enough to do what it is you want to do. It can also be the story that the good things, the rewards, the luxurious items, the abundance, the prosperity, the wealth that others have achieved is something that in some story you've been told is not for you. Your job is to support the desires of others to achieve the wonderful things that the universe has to offer and is not yours. And you are absolutely changing that story as you're changing what you're allowing other people to tell you about what you can and can't achieve. So you're working on these two fronts that are impacting your ability to be imaginative and creative on your own terms to address the desires of your own heart as being the basis on which you can build and achieve this victory that you are creating as we speak. This can be with dear relationships, long-term friendships, partnerships that have been consistent and steady, but it's coming out of this much greater self-regard, self-respect that you have earned, that you are recognizing that perhaps in the past you have given to others the consideration that you have not until now given to yourself. This deeper awareness that you have potential, that you are deserving of pursuing. And this is part of a healing relationship you are having and a connection you're making with yourself. This connection with yourself that honors your potential, that honors your higher self, that remembers its dream and purpose is reflected in all of your relationships while still allowing you to take control and be the boss of the way you experience your life. The Emperor in the seventh house is clarified by the Lovers in the eighth house and the Four of Pentacles repeated in the ninth house. There's a lot of choice opportunity I'm sensing here, decisions to be made, but these decisions are based on who you find yourself to be emerging, who you're now taking full accountability and responsibility. This is not a new you. This is a you that has always existed, that may have been seen your role as supporting others to get the good things. You're now realizing that actually you have all the qualities to be a leader, to be at the top, to be defining the effort according to your desires, the things you want to achieve. And it's more of an emergence of understanding that by choosing yourself, by respecting your skills and your labor, you are developing a sense of your long-term permanent benefit. You're recognizing that among your relationships, among your investment in yourself as the chosen one, choosing yourself, choosing your own love, choosing and respecting your skills so that you are doubly clear that you are establishing yourself not only in the community, in your business, in your profession, but in your spiritual practice, in your opportunity to communicate more broadly, which is what you are preparing for. You want to put your skills out there into places where you haven't been before, into arenas that exist that you now are gaining the confidence to say, I can take these skills and apply them whenever and however, and I want to do that on a global scale. This is a beautiful emergence of your capacity and your empowerment, Aries. The Four of Pentacles in the 10th house is clarified by the Four of Wands in the 11th house and the Hermit card in the 12th house. There's a lot of fours, a lot of establishing your foundations on a spiritual level and understanding how this inspired centering of your heart, of your own desire, is impacting your experience of your world. It's impacting your resources, the resources that you now feel empowered and encouraged to pursue: abundance, wealth, perhaps a new home, perhaps multiple locations of your business, perhaps adding travel as a component of business that you are creating, a project you're creating. The Hermit card is really wrapping this up, allowing you the time in November to really sink into this powerful new moon energy in Scorpio. There are a lot of astrological signatures that are pushing us to be assertive and impulsive. And I see that you are resisting that to a great degree. You're really allowing yourself the space to consider what you have now earned, the right to be who you actually are. But that is complicated. You have many skills, you've had many experiences, and you're allowing yourself the space and the rest to consider the best ways to move forward. There's a lot of emphasis on caution and taking your time, but it's also about celebrating this portal you're stepping through. You're stepping through a major opportunity to choose yourself, choose your love, choose your skill, your desires. And this is really quite a shift for you. I'm going to pull a Soul's Journey Oracle card for you and remind you that you can like, share, comment on, and subscribe to my channel. I pulled the card titled Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And I love that, really vibing with this Devil card, really squarely facing your experiences. And those experiences that have been disappointing, no matter how major and achievable those were, no matter how much success you brought to others, you're understanding that you are still thirsty for success on your own terms. And I'm also going to pull a language of flowers, and out pops the agapanthus. And how interesting, the keywords are words of love. Speak with your heart. Thank you, Aries. Until next time, namaste.